Hey guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hope it, girl. To see justice before all face too black. I have no idea why is the color going back and forth like that. But that's crazy. It's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, I'm coming through. Today is August the 11th. We really finna do that now. Just ignore that beep. Y'all already know what it is, but I need the light here so I can't take the key out. But August 11th, 2023. Girl, I am just about to go in and vlog for you guys the grand opening of Dominion Land. Okay, so but before I do that, y'all know I got to do work before pleasure. So we got to be working on our purpose. The purpose on this channel is to break the story of my husband being wrongfully convicted and excessively sentenced in the state of Florida and getting him home. That is the number one sole purpose in my channel. Okay, so now when this story comes around about Tory Lanez, I'm like, wow, this is something that I know about. So if you are a YouTuber or not a YouTuber, then you know when a story that you actually fits your niche, your topic, you have to jump on it. So I definitely have got to jump on this story, right? So, and I believe I can bring a different perspective to this story of the case of Tory Lanez. And it was basically about the case between Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. But now, thus far, according to everyone, allegedly, Meg got her justice. So now the story continues about Tory Lanez. Okay. So now when I woke up this morning, I just kept seeing all the YouTubers and everyone commenting about how Tory Lanez broke his silence and now he's gonna speak. And let me first read his statement and then I'm gonna give some commentary. Like I'm gonna liken it to the same thing, because that's what we here for, girl. I want my husband home, like for real. I feels for you, Tori, but I wants my husband home. So I'm gonna read Tori's statement, and then I'm gonna get into some commentary, and then we gonna go and get in this part, girl, so we can see what Million Land is about for real. So here it reads: I have never let a hard time intimidate me. I would never let no jail time eliminate me. Oh, he rhyming. Okay, I get it. That's a rap. I have never let a hard time intimidate me. I never let a jail time eliminate me. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Girl, I'm dropping the thing. Okay. Anyways, I have never let a hard time intimidate me. I will never let no jail time eliminate me. Regardless of how they try to spin my words, I have always maintained my innocence and I always will. This week in court, I took responsibility for all the verbal and intimate moments that I shared with the parties involved. That's it. In no way, shape, or form was I apologizing for the charges I'm being wrongfully convicted of. I remain on the stance that I refuse to apologize for something. To apologize for something that I did not do. Then he follows up with "See you soon." Okay, so everybody is like saying basically like, "Oh my gosh, she's been convicted," and he still will not just admit it. He still will not be like, okay, my bad, I got drunk and this and this and that. Okay, so that is coming from stances of people that really don't know the system, right? And I understand that. That's why they like to try cases. I'm trying to get that glare off of that glare out the way. I'm sorry, y'all. That's why they like to try cases in the court of public opinion, because the public is the last person to really know the law. The public does not know how the system works, which in fact the public should know because it affects us, the public. So it's almost like we like to be spectators in this court system and justice system. But when the spectacle starts, they have to select somebody from society, right? Somebody from society has to sit in that place and be the spectacle, right? So as long as we're on the outside cheering, yeah, he's guilty, and yeah, he got this much time, it's fine and dandy. But when it's not Tory Lanez and it's you or your loved one, that's when you're like, oh, hold on, I want this to go the way it should go legally. And that's crazy. I don't know that, but that's why they like to try people in the court of opinion. I'm not making a judgment on Tory Lanez's case because I'm not saying he's innocent, or I'm not saying he's guilty, because I just don't know enough of that story. But I do know the justice system, and I know that they will take out parts that you really need to know. And the reason they take out parts that you need to know is so that you could formulate and return the verdict that they desire, right? Verdict meaning truth. The truth needs no tampering with. If you want the truth, keep your hands off of it. That's what I say. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to embellish anything. You don't need to hide anything, because the truth is the truth is the truth, right? But I do know these cases, that is exactly what happens in these cases. So he just got sentenced, right? So his case is a little bit confusing to me because he got convicted, right? So he must have opted for a sentencing date. I remember when me and my husband back in 2002, I've been riding by my husband's side for 21 years fighting his wrongful conviction, right? So I'm remembering way back to 2002. Once he was wrongfully convicted, the judge, actually before he was even convicted, the last recess, when I promise you, I thought me and my husband were going home because they were lying. They didn't have no evidence. They were caught in lies. It was so much going on. I'm like, yeah, when this is over, we going home. So we were good. And the lawyer's like, do you want to be sentenced today, or do you want a sentencing day? And we're like, we don't know. Like, nobody, we didn't know anything. He was 19. My husband was 19. I was 20. So we didn't know this law. We know the law now. We know the system now. And best believe you should learn it. And you need to teach your boys, at least. We need to teach our whole generation this system. But you at least need to teach your boys this system, how this system actually works. It could spare their lives, right? And it could spare your life fighting for them, right? Because I've done 21 years wrongfully as well, and as well as our daughter has done 21 years wrongfully behind the wrongful conviction of my husband. So you have a sentencing date. They could have returned sentencing that day that he was convicted. The purpose in the sentencing day is so that you can get character statements together. People can plead for you, can see you outside of being just a defendant on the stand, right? And I was watching these people that actually study cases, lawyers and people, like, they even laugh at the system, to be honest. Whenever you say you going to trial, they be like, oh, Lord be with you, child. Because they don't even believe in the system like that. They know what's going to happen. They know the outcome pretty much before you even sit before a jury, right? So So you could either be sentenced that day, or you could be sentenced on a sentencing date. People plead and hoping that it formulates some type of humanity in the judge's mind about you. And the judge deals with you more so like a human being rather than a statistic or a defendant. That's what the purpose in that is. So before now in my husband's case, once my husband had his sentencing date, then that's when we went into appeal process, trying to appeal. But girl, you can't appeal without a dime in your bank. It takes money. I don't care if you rightfully convicted or wrongfully convicted. You can't do nothing in this system without money.